Good afternoon and welcome to the continuation of the 124th commencement of Temple University. Please be seated. Every Temple graduation is a special event, but this year, graduation at TUJ is especially remarkable. March 11th changed lives and altered plans, but immediately thereafter, all of Temple University set to work with the goal that the spring semester would be completed and this graduation would take place as scheduled. Throughout today's ceremony, we will mark those efforts, but let me begin by thanking everyone who made the completion of the spring semester and this graduation possible, and thank you all for participating today. Now, to the graduates, let me be the first to say, congratulations. You have studied hard, have made many sacrifices in order to achieve your academic goals. Today is your day. We are all here to recognize and celebrate your accomplishments. So please take this opportunity to reflect on your achievements, and please enjoy this ceremony because it's for you. This is the continuation of the 124th commencement of Temple University. It started in Philadelphia on May 12th, when over 8,500 graduates, Temple's largest class ever, received their degrees. And it continues today here in Tokyo with 276 graduates receiving their degrees. To help us all in the Temple, to help get us all in the Temple graduation spirit, here's a brief video with highlights from the main campus ceremony.
Sight. Welcome to your graduation. Graduates, you have earned the right to be very, very proud and to feel the sense of achievement for all that you have accomplished. I know that the members of the Temple faculty who are here feel that extreme pride in your accomplishments as well. This year's graduating class numbers more than 8,500 students. As is our custom, parts of today's ceremony will be videotaped and shown at the Japan graduation. This has been a challenging year for our students, faculty, and staff in Japan, and for our many friends who have been our partners in higher education for so many years. It is a sign of great perseverance and dedication that the students of TUJ have been able to renew their studies and complete their degree requirements, despite the interruption caused by the March 11 earthquake and tsunami that so devastated parts of Japan. So congratulations to all of you. I thank all of you for your efforts in raising funds for relief and recovery, for reaching out to comfort and support one another, and for joining in Temple University's recommitment to the wonderful educational partners we share with Japan. In the continuing spirit of international fellowship and solidarity, please join me in greeting your counterparts at Japan. Konnichiwa, Temple University, Japan. Konnichiwa, graduates.
Will the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science,
Bachelor of Business Administration,
Bachelor of Science in Education,
Bachelor of Arts,
Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering,
Bachelor of Music,
Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Bachelor of Social Work,
and Bachelor of Fine Arts.
Congratulations, class of 2011, on your accomplishments, and best wishes for a happy, prosperous, and productive life. The next leg of your journey begins today. Would everyone rise and join us in singing our alma mater, led by Megan Elizabeth Hickey?
onward with temple, honor, praise to thee. We pledge our lives, our hearts to loyalty. Wisdom, truth, and justice build our temple great. Perseverance conquers, iron to create.
As in years past, President Hart has traveled to Tokyo to participate in our graduation and recognize your achievement. President Hart assumed the presidency in July of 2006, arriving at Temple after a distinguished career that included serving as president of the University of New Hampshire, provost of Claremont University, and in various positions at the University of Utah. It has been my great pleasure to work with President Hart over the past 3.5 years, and Temple University Japan campus could not hope for a stronger ally in Philadelphia, and President Hart's commitment to TUJ in Japan was strongly demonstrated this year at the May 4th day-long event organized by President Hart's office and designed to reaffirm Temple's commitment to Japan and the Japan campus. Join me in giving a warm and enthusiastic welcome back to TUJ to President Ann Weaver Hart.
I thought that we were supposed to use 15% less electricity. I guess the Spotlight folks hadn't figured that out yet. So if you see all of us sort of dripping sweat up here, that's because we're doing our share for the air conditioning in the room. It is such a pleasure to be here, and thank you, Dean Stronach, for your warm welcome. And congratulations, graduates. Now I'm going to try something with you. I know that it's not your tradition to be as raucous as Philadelphia, but I'm going to say congratulations, graduates, and then you're all going to scream and yell and applaud yourselves. Congratulations, graduates. That's the spirit. That's what we want here. And it is so fun to be here for part 2 of the graduation exercises, and delighted to be here for your celebration. And I'm going to take it back to Philadelphia, that this is now a contest year to year to see how much noise we can make at the beginning of our celebration. You may have noticed that for the first time, for some reason, we had a little trouble with Konnichiwa the first time through, but you couldn't tell from the tape that we did a lot better the second time. Your achievements are impressive, and you will hear throughout the ceremony this afternoon many details about how impressive those achievements are. One of them is that you are joining about 300,000 Temple Living alumni from 160 countries around the world, so you are part of a global community. And each one of you will hold the same valuable sign of your accomplishments and hard work, and that is a Temple University degree. It is so exciting to welcome you all to this vibrant worldwide community. You also represent, because of the challenges that you have faced and because Temple University Japan is the oldest and longest operating foreign university in Japan, a real commitment to global education overall. You're hearing a lot about the need for reform in higher education all over the world, and it takes different forms in different nations. But you are in a unique perspective. You are here in Japan, and you are graduating from an American university. And you will be able to look at the issues facing higher education in the decades to come from multiple perspectives that aren't shared by many of the people with whom you are working. And so we are honored to share with you the challenges that we face, but also honored to continue to work with the government of Japan and with the nation's top leaders to assure that we have a strong position going forward. Now, obviously, the extraordinary challenges you faced because of the earthquake and the tsunami are unprecedented. For many of you, it will be the most vivid and dramatic experiences of your entire lives. So first of all, I want to challenge all of you to remember that experience, because it will shape you and it will help you to shape your thoughts about your future. It was, in fact, probably unprecedented in our century, and you were all a part of it. It is a tribute to all of you and to our faculty and staff that you are here today, and that you were able, with the temporary cancellation of your classes, to stick together and stick to your work and make it here for this wonderful accomplishment. You know, even as we mobilized emergency measures on March 11th to assure your safety, we also worked very hard immediately to think about how we could assure your academic success. And we believe that we will stay stronger. I know that the challenges you faced helped to bind Temple University around the globe. When the faculty and staff and leadership here in Tokyo was on the telephone 2 and 3 times a day with the leaders in Philadelphia, where Temple Rome campus, student advisors were taking phone calls from parents and making phone calls. Around the globe, Temple was working to assure your success. And these efforts are ongoing, and we recognize that in the months and years ahead, we have many challenges to face, but we're up to it, and we're going to make it happen. We are going to remain a pinnacle expression of the commitment to the people of Japan and to our commitment to international education. We work to instill in our students, as all of you know, because you have been here with us, the values that will make an international education citizens and leaders from the experience you had in Japan. And I hope that you will take that challenge seriously as you step up to fill roles that those who have not fulfilled the educational requirements which you have fulfilled are less prepared to take on. This is a world-class education that you can be proud of, and we're very excited that you are here today to celebrate. I do want to end my remarks by asking the faculty and staff of Temple University to stand and be recognized for the incredible efforts they put forward in March and April to get us all to this day. Staff too, can I have the staff please stand? Staff members in the back. This is a wonderful accomplishment. Graduates, I know you know how hard they all worked. I wish you well in the endeavors ahead, and I am honored to be a part of this wonderful day. My husband Randy and I decided right after the events of March 11th that it was particularly important that we be here with you today. And we thank you for your warm welcome and for the privilege of participating in your celebration. Again, congratulations.
Thank you, President Hart. And for our second speaker today, we are privileged to have with us Paul Fitzgerald, Consul General, United States Embassy. Over the years, TUJ has enjoyed consistent and valuable support from various agencies of the U.S. Embassy. Please show our appreciation by giving Mr. Fitzgerald a great TUJ welcome. Paul?
Well, good afternoon. You're a very handsome-looking group from up here. President Hart, Dean Stronach, it's a pleasure for me to be here today, and thank you for the opportunity to salute the 2011 graduating class of Temple University, Japan. On behalf of Ambassador Roos and everyone else at the U.S. Embassy, let me congratulate the students of this year's class. This is a unique day in your lives, Graduation Day, an important rite of passage full of joy and anticipation for the life you are about to start. You have planned for and worked towards this goal for years, and now you're here. I'd like to give a special salute this afternoon to those of you who are non-traditional students who return to school to complete or earn a degree later in life. I myself earned a master's degree after being away from academia for quite some time. It takes a special commitment to return to school after a long hiatus, and I'm offering you, and you've offered another layer of learning in the classroom based upon your wealth of experience. Congratulations to those students in particular. Your graduating class, like so many before it, will have its challenges and opportunities. The Tohoku earthquake and the multidimensional crises that followed it present an incredible challenge to the people of Japan and all those who care about Japan. Within those challenges can be found opportunities, however, and it will be up to those sitting here today to seize those opportunities and turn tragedy into triumph. Japan sits at a crossroads in its history, and now, more than ever, heeds and needs the innovation and vigor of its youth to rebuild itself using the latest tools and technologies available to be ready for the next generation. Japan's recovery will occur in a global environment, and the risk and rewards will be shared not just by the Japanese, but by all of those who see a strong Japan as an asset to global growth and security. In short, by people like all of you graduating here today, it is not an exaggeration to say that the future of Japan is in your hands. Temple has prepared you well for the challenges ahead and the experiences you have gained through learning in a bicultural environment will pay dividends as you make your way in the global marketplace that awaits you. Your education not only reflects the best of both America and Japan, but also reveals that collaboration across cultures strengthens both. The international friendships and professional connections you have made here at Temple may lead to future collaboration to solve the global challenges facing both our countries. I urge you to maintain the international relationships you have made over the last few years, and remember that it is those relationships that will present you with the most exciting opportunities in the globalized future. Congratulations, 2011 Temple University Japan graduates. Omodetou gozaikai.
Thank you, Paul. And I might add that Paul's daughter was a study abroad. Paul's daughter, Erin, was a study abroad student here this spring semester when all of the events happened. So he also has the perspective of a TUJ student father. Before we recognize this year's Undergraduate Teacher of the Year, I want to take a moment to recognize the entire faculty, specifically for all of the efforts that they undertook to help us complete this semester and be here today. Just on the undergraduate level, we had 117 courses that had to be totally reworked in order to ensure that you would be here today and that the semester would be finished. So I would like to once again simply give my thanks and recognition to the faculty. This year, for the 8th time, we are presenting an Undergraduate Teacher of the Year award. The recipient of this year's award has been selected by the students in a process conducted by the Office of the Assistant Dean. I would therefore like to ask Interim Chief Academic Officer Jonathan Wu to come to the podium to announce the results. Jonathan?
Students were polled as to who should be designated the Teacher of the Year. Students voted from a comprehensive list of all undergraduate instructors who had taught 3 or more courses over the course of the past year. The student votes were totaled over the term of the year, and we came up with a winner. In addition to a certificate, which I'm holding, the Teacher of the Year includes a cash prize of 100,000 yen, which I'm not holding. So, am I supposed to pause for effect? I just did it. Jennifer Cahill.
Thank you. I am kind of amazed and very happy, although I'm sure some of you thought you were voting me off the island. It makes my shriveled black heart swell. I know that I was very tough on anybody who took my classes. It's that much more meaningful. And because of the company in which I sit, you just have to trust me when I tell you that when you are not around, all these people are working unbelievably hard to help you get here, and to help you get here with the ability that the piece of paper you're going to get says you have. So thank you very much, and work hard. Don't shame me. Thank you.
I will now call upon some of our outstanding graduates to represent their peers in the graduating class of 2011. First, I am pleased to introduce Rina Yoshino. Ms. Yoshino graduates with honors with a BA degree in art. Rina plans to continue her studies at the graduate level. Rina?
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. On the very first day at TUJ, I didn't know almost anyone. But now, from here, I can see a lot of people who I know, my friends and teachers. So please also look around. Look around. You must also see a lot of your friends and teachers. I made a friends aged from 18 to 81. I'm really glad I could meet them. They are really wonderful. Because they are always next to me, I could enjoy my life at TUJ, although I sometimes had a tough time. I was thinking what kind of things or events my friends and I were struggling for during the last 4 years. And the things that I could think of were all the hard work that we've done. We had a lot of assignments, exams, and quizzes. And we sometimes had a pop quiz too. Of course, we are students, so we had to study so hard to get a grade. But finishing these assignments and taking exams are really tough sometimes. But we've done all the work that we have to do in order to graduate. We did it. So we are here now. So I think we should be proud of ourselves. Also, I was thinking the enjoyable events that we had. Now you guys remember a lot of events that you enjoyed, right? Right? Yeah, good. We had so many events, such as Halloween party, Christmas party, and Valentine's party. What? Yeah, we had. And I enjoyed these events, but I also enjoyed were the days I could get free pizza, free chips, and free chocolate. You know students like free stuff, right? The problem is I still love the free stuff, even though I'm not a student anymore. So we have a lot of memories now. And right now, we are celebrating this special moment together. Again, there are so many people who always help me. Without their help, I don't think I could finish all the hard works and enjoy the life at TUJ. So I would like to say thank you to my friends, teachers, all the staff members, and my family. Lastly, to all the graduates, I would like to say that no matter where you are, live every moment, grab every opportunity, and have fun in everything you do. And please don't forget that friends that you met at TUJ will be your friends for life. Congratulations, class of 2011. Thank you.
Next, I'm pleased to introduce Oliver Elaine Rumley, who is today receiving a Master in Business Administration. Oliver is a married father of two and has previously been awarded a Master of Science degree from the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology in Lausanne. Mr. Rumley was chosen to speak by his fellow MBA classmates. Oliver?
Thank you. What a journey it has been. And although you're not used to listen to me from here, right? So also you've already heard it many times and you will hear it many times again today. I want to personally congratulate every fellow student of Temple University, Japan, from the undergrad, education, law, and more on a personal level, the MBA, class 2011. So thank you. And it has been an honor to be with you during the past two years and to be here to talk about our experience on your behalf. I know that some of you have already migrated to other countries, and I guess that shows how marketable you have become. So I'm glad for that. And I wish you, so all those who already left or are about to do so, the best of luck, and I hope that our path will cross again. Wow, it is such a joy and excitement to be here today. And I felt the same kind of enthusiasm the first day I sat down in class 403 of the Mita building, Tokyo. I was eager to acquire new knowledge that would expand my perspectives on the world. And even more so were my classmates, who, unlike me, sat in the front rows. It's true. And the ensuing couple of years have been very intense. A lot of midnight oil burned, thick book scan, lengthy conference calls to give the final touches to our group presentations, and near-death experience during PowerPoint presentations. And to cap it all, we had a constant struggle to balance our personal lives studies, families, and it has been tough. But in exchange, we have come out of it with a strong sense of camaraderie, mutual understanding, and also rich exchanges, both on an intellectual level and cultural level. It was made all the richer that the makeup of our class was international, spanning across 3 continents. And really, I think that our class embodies the global business environment, which thrives when communication can transcend cultural gaps. And luckily for us, those gaps were reduced by the fact that we had outliers, like Western-minded, outspoken Japanese students, and vice versa. Now I guess that, as coined by one of our professors, we have become free dumb. We are free to ask dumb questions under the cover of our MBA degree. So I still don't understand why we were told so many times that there are no such thing as a stupid question, but I guess we'll find out. But freedom comes with strings attached. And today is as much a day of celebration than it is a day of reflection. And let us remind us that growing through higher education is an immense privilege. And I want to thank everybody who made it possible. Maybe starting with Miki, Jacqueline, Sumiko, our professors, even the catering staff, whose 4 p.m. comfort suites and Viking coffee saved the day more than once. I want to thank all my classmates, group mates, friends, family, and especially spouses. Etsuko, merci beaucoup pour ton soutien durant ces 2 ans. Our spouses, by the way, they're still doubting that the reason why we didn't help much with the household chores was supported by the principle of economic efficiency. Well, we have to demonstrate now which area we have become efficient at, I guess. Lastly, for the lucky ones who are parents, Yuko-san, Aka-chan,無事に生まれておめでとうございます。もう授業一緒に参加したので絶対賢い。Yes, right. It's difficult to switch from one language to another. So now we have time to play with our children. And I have time now to play with Leo and Hélène, my 2 children, who are happy to play with me and maybe perhaps more so with my iPad, which I used on the train to read through the manual, through the course materials. And well, flipping through pages of a finance book has never been made easier. So this kind of technological innovation really lends us convenience in our life. But regardless of how fast technology advances or how big our knowledge grows, it can only take us this far. And the Tohoku disaster was evidence that we have to apply our knowledge in conjunction with our wisdom. And in aiming for a sustainable solution, we embark on a long-haul undertaking, to which I call on my class special task force, Team Hart, Team Floor, and Team Learning Edge. Let the spirit of our class guide us in our quest to shape a better tomorrow. We are grateful for the gift of top education. We understand that knowledge is not an end in itself. It's only the beginning of the journey. And we embrace the challenges derived from our noble goals, holding close to our hearts our values. Thank you. And happy birthday, Eric.
Thank you, Oliver. Our 3rd student speaker today is Kazuko Sawada. Ms. Sawada is currently a Senior Vice President at the Global Business and Alternative Investment Headquarters of Oryx. She is the mother of two and today receives her LLM degree. Kazuko?
President Hart and faculty and administrators and family, friends, and guests of graduates who have supported us so much to make today possible. I'm very honored to have been asked to speak on this wonderful occasion and to express heartfelt appreciation to you all on behalf of the law graduate. First of all, I wish to pay sincere tribute to Temple University Japan campus' achievement in advancing knowledge and in educating the students from here in Japan and from all over the world. I wish the school continued outstanding success. And before I get started, I would like again, on behalf of the graduating class, to offer my deepest condolence to the family and friends of all those who lost their lives, their homes, or their livelihood because of the March 11th Great East Japan earthquake and subsequent tsunami. Nor do we forget the many people who are not able to go back to their own homes and overwhelmed by anxiety because of the accident at the nuclear power plant in Fukushima right after the disasters. No words are adequate to heal the hearts of the victims in disaster-affected areas. I propose that we share our commencement celebration with the many students who couldn't celebrate their own because of those horrible disasters by sending them in this our time of joy, our reassurance that they haven't been forgotten and that we are there for them and their day of recovery will soon come. And now please share my story. Reviewing and conducting legal checks on documents related to various types of overseas investment through coordination with lawyers, business people, and the senior officers of my corporation is the work I do, and that I did for many years, and that I will do for as long as I'm able to. About 4 years ago, I was looking for a course at Temple University here in Tokyo, which was suitable for my subordinates to improve their skills at work. Oddly enough, they weren't eligible, and I was the one to enroll instead in the LLM course. As a matter of fact, I lived in San Francisco for about 13 years, and attending a law school and becoming a US lawyer were my dreams in those days. I recall, however, life doesn't always turn out the way we plan. The birth of two daughters made my dreams impossible to come true for many years. I recall how happy I was when I received a package for the course enrollment from the main campus. I was awfully busy at work, and I knew there would be no time to study, but these worries went out the window. I just was so happy. I took one class per semester. Of course, I didn't have enough time to study. During my school years, I was so tired at work and also so tired of listening to, "Are you leaving now?" from my senior at work on the day I had a class. And "Are you ignoring me?" from my family from time to time while I was studying at home. But I never felt tired of studying. I never thought about quitting my studies because I wished to learn and believed that I could do better if I attended the classes. Every class I attended, I realized that this was the knowledge I wanted to gain. This was the theory I didn't know, but I'd been seeing in the documents every day at work. And I sometimes felt that, yes, my drafts are getting much better, especially when counsel for the other side made no comments on my draft. Dear faculty, I felt this way because you are always with us to provide knowledge of the laws and practical application of the laws passionately until late night, and ready to help us to answer any question with generous praise. Furthermore, you appreciated our effort. Thank you. Dear staff in the office, We got through our courses because your kind advice and guidance led us in the right direction when we were lost. Thank you. Dear family and friends, we couldn't have succeeded in being here today without your love, support, patience, and encouragement. You may have felt that we appear to care only about ourselves during the academic years. We are sorry for not showing our appreciation and for not paying enough attention to you. We love you so much. Thank you. And congratulations, graduate. You will now begin moving forward on your own professional goals. About 30 years ago, after studying theater art and law at university in Tokyo, I went to the US to become a stage artist. But when I was only half done, I decided to have a family. So the dream to be a stage artist dropped by the wayside. Since then, my life has been about survival without a clear objective. I have looked only to bread and butter. Furthermore, fortunately, I had also studied law. So although attending an LLM course was too much for a woman with two babies, I was able to take a paralegal course and start working at law offices in San Francisco. Though I had no alternative but to keep working, I always liked what I was doing. As a result, after 20+ years, I'm now in a responsible position. This result wasn't my goal when I was younger. However, I arrived at my current position anyway. I have made it this far because I liked what I have been doing. Whatever your goal is, and no matter how difficult achieving that goal is, stick with it and never give up. Love what you are doing. Today's goal may not be your goal in 10 years, but you may find your life's real objective by trying to reach the goal you are aiming for now. You just begin with a single step on your journey of 1,000 miles. Please don't be afraid to take a rest when you are tired. Remember, you are the one steering your life. I'm now in the last half of my life, but I will keep working at what I have been doing, at what I love. Maybe someday I will see my next goal. I would like to close by wishing you all good fortune. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kazuko. The final speaker, Ms. Tsuyuki Miura, represents the Graduate College of Education, and today is receiving a Doctor of Education degree. Ms. Miura, whose undergraduate studies were in Japanese literature, previously received a Master's of Science in Education degree from Temple University. Tsuyuki.
Okay, I'm honored to be given this opportunity to express my gratitude at the 2011 TUJ Commencement on behalf of all the TESOL graduate students. Thank you. I attended my first TUJ graduation in 2003 when I earned my master's degree. So this is my second graduation ceremony at TUJ. To begin with, I'd like to express my foremost appreciation to the people who have supported me academically, my teachers, my committee, the 6 participants in my dissertation, my cohort mates in Osaka Doctoral Cohort 5, and our Tokyo counterparts, my friends and family, especially my husband. Without their unyielding support and understanding, I wouldn't be standing on this stage today. どうもありがとうございました。My life changed significantly after studying in the graduate education program. Before I started my master's studies, I wasn't teaching anywhere. However, after finishing my master's degree, I got teaching jobs at several Japanese universities. Recently, I realized that I'm currently teaching more than 330 undergraduate students. In addition, I'm teaching 5 TUJ graduate students, which is particularly rewarding work I started this summer. Studying in the TUJ graduate TESOL program made all these positive changes possible. When I first came to Temple in 1999, I knew very little about this school. Because I did not major in education or English in my undergraduate studies, I also didn't know anything about the TUJ TESOL program. Because I had some doubts about the quality of the program, actually, I visited other graduate programs offered at the prestigious Japanese university before deciding which school to attend. But soon after I began my master's studies at Temple, however, I came to really like this school. I realized that this is a place where people who want to study seriously were gathering. I also found that the teachers at Temple were open, enthusiastic, and supportive. In particular, Dr. Kenneth Schaefer, who led the TUJ TESOL program for 24 years and who returned to the main campus in 2008. We have today here in this room, Dr. Schaefer. Yay! Thank you. Okay, and the other person is Dr. David Begler, who had been teaching in the program since 1993 and is still working hard to support all of the master's and doctoral students, created a motivating and supportive atmosphere in the program. For the first time in my life, I thought that learning something new was interesting. I truly enjoyed learning at Temple. Now, I wholeheartedly believe that I made a good decision 12 years ago. The TESOL program is practical, as it teaches us the principle that underline successful teaching and learning. And our degree from Temple leads to better job opportunities. The program is also intellectually stimulating. I always felt excited when the teachers helped us to identify gaps in the past research and then help us conduct our own research to fill these gaps. Actually, in the program, not only the doctoral students, but also some of the master's students conduct original research. Consequently, an increasing number of studies conducted by TUJ students have been published in the top international reputed journals in recent years. The TUJ TESOL program is an internationally known research center. For these reasons and more, many students feel that it's an honor to be a member of the TUJ TESOL community. I would also like to express my hope for the future development of the TUJ TESOL program. For the past 3 years, the high quality of the program has been maintained by the only one full-time professor in the program and his incredibly hard work. He was acted as a super professor by advising over 40 dissertation writers at once. Last year, 9 doctoral candidates graduated, and this year we have 17. All of which were held by Dr. Begler to greater and lesser degrees. I imagine that his record of advising so many doctoral students, helping 26 doctoral students to graduate in the past 2 years, and helping these students conduct high-quality research should be in the Guinness Book of World Records. Yes. But, as an academic program, we don't need that kind of world record. I and the other students want the program to continue to grow and prosper, and this unusual practice of relying on a single professor needs to be improved immediately. As the Japanese Ministry of Education started English education in all the public elementary schools this April, English education has become increasingly important in Japan. Therefore, it is very important that universities support this excellent program, which has changed the face of foreign language education in Japan. Okay. 本日壇上から英語でこのようにお話しさせていただいておりますけれども、15年前私がキャリアシフトを考えたときには英語を話すことは全くできませんでした。で、英語を使えるようになってもといいますか、使えるようになればなるほどますます日本人としてのアイデンティティを強く意識するようになっております。で、そのような日本人魂を持つ私ですが、本日このような晴れやかな場で、プログラムが抱える教授不足について言及することはふさわしくないと承知しておりましたけれども、長くテンプルで学んだものとして、また私の後に続くたくさんの仲間たちのために、TUJ の学生でいられるこの最後の機会に、一言将来への希望として述べさせていただきましたことをどうぞご了承ください。 Thank you. Today, as I attend my second commencement at TUJ, it is my sincere and foremost hope that the TUJ Graduate TESOL program will continue to flourish and to change people's lives as it has changed mine. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tsuyuki. Before we begin conferring degrees, I would like to take a few minutes to pay tribute to the victims of the great Eastern Japan earthquake and tsunami, and those who supported the survivors. So first, would everybody please stand? And I'd like to take just a moment of silence for those who lost their lives in this disaster. Thank you. Be seated. I would now like to turn to one of our graduating seniors, Mr. Ko Sato, to speak as a representative for all of those so devastatingly affected by the disaster. Ko?
Every day is really important. On March 9th, there was an earthquake that shook my hometown, but I was able to get in touch with my mother and father, and they were safe. But on March 11th, I lost my mother suddenly, and I cannot go back to the same daily life I had before the tsunami. 1 week after tsunami, I was able to contact my father. He said my mother was missing. When I went to Iwate to look for her, even though everyone from there was having such a difficult time, they showed me great kindness. After the tsunami, doctors and nurses, the police, and the Japanese self-defense force from all over Japan come to Iwate to help people. I met many nurses who are helping people who had lost their families and their homes. Even so, they are very kind to me. My brother had been working as a journalist in the Congo, Africa. He was contacted by the people he knew in Congo because they were worried for him and our family. I was moved by the kindness from so far away. I thought everyday life continues infinitely, but it does not. There's a change inside me since the earthquake about how I think about my life, and about how I want to live my life every day. I do not want to talk about the earthquake, but I do want to talk about the lessons I learned after the earthquake. I learned that the connections we make with other people are important. These connections can make our life better every day. I want everyone to feel the importance of kindness and the connections to others in daily life without having the same experience of the earthquake. If we do not feel our connection to the others in daily life, all we can feel is regret when they pass away. I think everyone has the news of the earthquake, and many people donated. And even if they did not donate, they care about the people in Tohoku area. I really appreciate their kindness. I want to say you one more thing. Now I think, if there is something I should do it now. I hope you think about that. If you feel you need to say thanks to someone, say thanks to parents, friends, boyfriend, girlfriend, and professors. Please just say that today, not tomorrow. Thanks.
Thank you, Cole. If I were to name all of those in the TUJ community who have supported survivors and helped in the recovery, we would be here for hours. Therefore, I would now like to recognize a few outstanding individuals and organizations who represent the best of the Temple University community in the time of crisis. Please stand if you are here when I call your name. First is student Evgeny Letvipov. Evgeny? Evgeny, please save your applause until I've introduced everybody, and then we'll do a group applause. Evgeny has led groups of TUJ volunteers on several occasions to aid in the Fukushima relief efforts and continues to do so. Continue standing, please. Students Justin Cullum and Dolan O'Neill. I don't think Justin and Cullum are here today. Justin and Cullum rejoined their Marine units to act as translators and liaison between the U.S. military and Japanese self-defense forces in support of the cleanup and relief efforts. Alumnus Toshiaki Yokozawa. Toshiaki, please stand up. Toshiaki put the resources of his waste management company available to Miyagi Prefecture, which included 50 waste disposal trucks, garbage trucks, and 150 operator employees. Alumnus Stephen Corbett. I don't think Stephen is here today either. Stephen was serving as a jetter, you know, the English language, Japanese-sponsored English language training program. He was serving as a jetter in Ishinomaki at the time of the disaster and stayed in order to give support and aid in the aftermath. Next, Professor Jeff Kingston. Jeff, you're here today. Yes, please stand. Jeff has made 3 trips to Miyagi and Iwate to observe and help out Save the Children and to assist people in Tone and Otsuchi to clear away mud and gather belongings. But I think this is a special note is Jeff has also edited an ebook on the disaster entitled Tsunami that will be launched soon on the website of Foreign Policy magazine, and the proceeds from the sales of that book will be donated to charities benefiting survivors. So please buy a copy when you get the chance. I would also like to thank, as institutions, TUJ's Institute of Contemporary Asian Studies for everything they have done to promote relief efforts and to educate everyone about the situation in Fukushima since the disaster. And finally, I would like to give a very heartfelt thanks to everyone in Philadelphia and Tokyo who have made possible the TUJ Relief Fund, which has worked vigorously for the people of Japan and the TUJ community. So, thank you all. And now we will confer the Temple University degrees earned by our students, the reason we're here. We will begin with President Hart conferring degrees to all graduates, followed by the presentation of diplomas by degree. Will the graduates all rise, please? All graduates rise, please. President Hart, these candidates have successfully completed all requirements for the degrees for which they stand.
By the authority vested in me on behalf of the Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the respective degree you have earned, with all the rights, honors, and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
We will now present diplomas by degree. All of our graduates today will be introduced by Interim Chief Academic Officer Jonathan Nelson Wu. We will begin by the awarding of the diplomas to the Associate of Arts graduates.
Associate of Arts graduates, please rise. As I call your names, please come forward to receive your diplomas. Mami Kuwahara. Kui Kang Min. Ami Inomata. Asako Chiba. Yukiko Kambe. Yukari Nishizawa. Sae Moriwaki. Yurika Ono. Midori Hashimoto.
Please now move your tassels to the left side of your caps. We will now present diplomas to the Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Business Administration graduates.
Bachelor degree candidates, please rise. As I call your names, please come forward to receive your diplomas. Reina Yoshino, magna cum laude. Hayato Uchida. Atsushi Sugimura. Kyotaro Hamaguchi. Michael Drew Ames. Brady Levitt. Mallory Elaine Blaylock. Krista Elaine Mully. Adrian Dario Ballesteros, cum laude. Ayane Yabui. Ko Sato. Taku Iwama. Erin Elizabeth Routh. Akira Kazami. Ryota Yuzawa. Atsushi Ouchi. Shunya Yoshimura. Tomoko Oba. Toshie Matsuoka. Yumi Watanabe. Minami Ito. Momoko Nagaiwa. Mariko Gunji. Whitney Smith. Kanae Akasaka, cum laude. Yoshimi Nakamura. Trent Park. Yuya Hayashi. Rika Ano. Kaylin Wang. Akemi Sugawara. Sachiko Sakuma, cum laude. Yukio Kurosaka. Alicia Houlihan. Kasumi Araki. Asami Mashimo. Erina Mine. Emily Hui. Chihiro Takagi. Sean Patrick McDonald, cum laude. Sarika Toriumi. Aya Anna Yamada. Miki Yonehara. Hiroyuki Akima. Alex Yoshito Chibana, cum laude. Yuri Yeremichov. Kwengjun Lim. Colin O'Brien Blodgett. Raul Esteban Arredondo, cum laude. Akiko Miyakoshi. Asuka Mieno. Yuka Kawasaki. Misato Okizono. Helena Carolina Mejia Alfonso. Tina Yukiko Brunner. Jenny Sarah McFarland. Erina Yoshikawa. Noriko Yoshimura. Azumi Nishihara. Keiko Oshima. Ian Solomon Rutner. Keiko Baba. Jenny Lee. Jessica Imani Dawson. Hirotaka Kuramasu. Amber Beru Khan. Miyuki Shiratori. Daniel Brian Bolton. Norie Yoshiki. Rika Zahiri. Roy Sam Sunlut, cum laude. Satoshi Matsubasa. Takaki Rakudo. Hiroaki Koyasu. Alan Lowe. Stephen Patrick Chandler. David Andre Chevalier. Lindy Jensen Hoshikawa. Radley Michael Silla. Haruki Tsuji. Mami Akamatsu. Marco Luthi. Cameron Thomas Stadden. Timothy Dodd. Tomomi Sakurai. Laura Shane Powell. Jennifer Ray O'Quinn. Lawrence Andrew Medina. Wan Yu Chen. Pim Orn and Birawang. Coco Angono Hangarjito, magna cum laude. Kenro Sukuma. Fuminori Takeshi. Mino Zahiri. Luke Fujimoto. Pragya Nyonzon Tamang. Sandesh Dreshta. Natsuko Kawasaki. Alicia Hana Nagatomo. Christian Hirano. Saroj Tapa. Yuko Matsuki. Kota Sudo. Hirotaka Togane.
Bachelor degree students, please now move your tassel to the left side of your cap. I would now like to award diplomas to the Master of Law graduates. Sumi Sakata, Director of the Law Program, will present the diplomas.
Master of Law graduates, please rise. As I call your names, please come forward to receive your diplomas. Kazuko Sawada. Ritsuko Ishii. Shraknoza Saidi Karamova. Elisabetta Franceschin.
Masters of Law graduates, please now move your tassels to the left side of your cap. We will now present diplomas to the Master of Business Administration graduates. Miki Amori, Director of the MBA program, will present the diplomas.
Master of Business Administration graduates, please rise. As I call your names, please come forward to receive your diplomas. Olivia Alain Romley. Barbara Zelenay. Eric Miller-Spielman. Gabarajon Alban. Yuko Hayashi. Noah Silva. Keiichi Sugiyama.
MBA graduates, now please move your tassels to the left side of your cap. We will now present diplomas to the Master of Science in Education graduates. David Begler, Academic Coordinator of the Graduate Education Program, will present the diplomas.
I'd like to pause just for a moment to salute a group of graduates who have traveled a great distance to be with us here today. Will the graduates from Temple University Japan's Osaka campus please stand and be recognized? And now will the Masters of Science in Education graduates from Tokyo please stand? Jonathan?
As I call your names, please come forward to receive your diplomas. Masaki Yokota. Tokyo Suzuki. Eric James Wong. Joel Weinberg. John James Bankier. Alex Wright. Robert Alexander Vaughn. Azusa Yamamoto. Harry Daniel Kearns. Matthew Stewart Rhoda. Noriko Kinami. Mayumi Yamasaki. Junko Sugimura. Junko Nishino. Mario Alexander Perez. Edward Luis Escobar. Mayumi Abe. Nathaniel DeWitt French. May Victoria Salino Solis. Azusa Sato. Matthew James Niselius. Brian Smith.
Would the Master of Science in Education please now move your tassels to the left side of your cap? Congratulations.
I would like to ask two persons to come forward to assist in the presentations of the degrees. The first person you've heard a little bit about already. He's the person who's really the creator of the graduate education programs, the person who nurtured those programs for 24 years as a program director. And he created a program where we don't just simply absorb knowledge that other people produce, we also produce knowledge that other people absorb. And that's quite an achievement. And the credit for that goes to Dr. Kenneth Schaefer. I'd like to also ask one of our main teachers in the graduate education program to come forward, Dr. Marshall Childs.
Doctor of Education graduates, please rise. As I call your names, please come forward to receive your hoods and diplomas. Tsuyuki Miura. Tiina Johanna Matikainen. Christopher Alexander Bradley. Mayumi Tsubaki. Masako Kumazawa. Katsuko Matsubara. Sakai Onoda. Michinobu Watanabe. Christy King Takagi. Yoshimasa Ogawa. Matthew Thomas Apple. James A. Elwood.
Doctors of Education, please move your tassels to the left side of your cap. Congratulations. Before closing today's ceremony, I would like to acknowledge two groups of individuals who have supported and guided you, our graduates. First, I would like to recognize a group whose contributions to TUJ are vital, but almost always behind the scenes. The members of the TUJ Board of Overseers give generously of their time to provide wise counsel to the university and provide a link to the community. Will the members of the TUJ Board of Overseers please rise and be recognized? I would also like to take this opportunity to salute and congratulate the family and friends of the graduates who are here with us today. You have supported and encouraged these graduates, in some cases for many years, and have provided them with assistance and advice. In many instances, you have made significant personal sacrifices for them. This day of their accomplishment is also your day. On behalf of over 35,000 students, 2,700 faculty, and almost 300,000 living alumni of Temple University, I thank you for placing your trust in us. Now finally, I would like to close today's ceremony with a gesture of completion and determination for the future. At Temple University's ceremony in Philadelphia, to reaffirm Temple's commitment to Japan, President Hart and Japan's ambassador to the United States painted the first eye of this Dharma to symbolize our sincere desire that TUJ in Japan will be made whole again. We are not there yet, but the completion of this ceremony today, so soon after such a devastating event, shows our resilience and determination. Just under 3 months ago, it seemed quite possible that we would not be able to complete the spring semester, begin a new summer semester, or hold this ceremony today. All of those things have been accomplished. And so, as the recovery continues, our immediate goals have been accomplished, and I ask President Hart to join me in painting in the second eye. And I think also, Paul, it would be nice to have you join us too, as the ambassador joined us in Philadelphia. It would be great to have the U.S. Embassy representing us here today. So please, President Hart, Paul Fitzgerald. Finally, the word you're waiting to hear. This concludes the commencement exercises of Temple University Japan campus for the year 2011. There will be a reception next door in the Taisetsu room immediately following the ceremony, so please join us. Family and friends of the graduates, please remain seated until all the graduates have left the room. There will be plenty of time for photography after the ceremony is over. The 124th commencement exercise at Temple University is officially adjourned. Thank you for coming, and please enjoy the rest of